Good morning, one and all. Today we will discuss about the viscosity. Okay, so before this topic, we already learnt about the Bernoulli's principle. So the Bernoulli's principle is holds only ideal fluids. Ideal fluids is nothing but the ideal fluid is consist of irrotational, incompressive, and non-viscous and steady fluids. Okay, so every fluid is not an ideal, so because it is moves certain layers. So when a fluid is moves certain layers, certain streamlines, the relative motion between the layers, it is offers certain force. The resistance force in between the layers is called the viscous force. That particular phenomena is called the viscosity. Okay, viscosity is nothing but the frictional force or the resistance exists when there is relative motion. There is relative motion between the layers of fluid is known as viscosity. Okay, certain force is exist. Okay, opposite force is exist between the layers. Certain force is called the viscous force, or that phenomena is called the viscosity. Okay, we consider here oil. The oil is taken in between two glass plates. This is top glass plate, it is bottom glass plate. Okay, two glass plates. Here we consider the bottom glass plate velocity is 0 and the top glass plate is moving certain velocity. Okay, certain velocity is v. So it is moves certain velocity, so we can apply the force. Okay, so it is offers certain force, it is moves. So then it is constant. Bottom of the layers are constant, bottom glass plate is constant and it is stationary. Then top glass plate is moving certain velocity. Okay, then it is displaced. Okay, it is sheared certain displacement. So for example, we are consider the points first before it is moves A, B, C and D. Okay, the points are A, B, C, D. Here the red dotted lines are at it is not before the moving. So this glass plate moving, or before this oil is moving. So after certain velocity, after certain time, okay, infinitesimally time, so very small time, after delta t time, so it is moves A, E and the point F, E, F and D, A, E, F, D. So this is certain area. Okay, it is moves. So here what is about BE? BE is a displacement, shear displacement. Okay, shearing displacement is denoted delta x. Delta x equals to, we know that velocity into delta t. Okay, velocity into delta T. Next, so we are replacing the honey with oil. Okay, the honey is replaced, so we can remove the oil and we can add this in the place of oil. Honey is replaced. What happens? So the greater force is required with the same velocity. So because of it is offers more frictional force. So it is offers more frictional force or resistance force opposite direction to the relative motion of the layers. Okay, so it is constant, the bottom plate is constant, so then it is increase the velocity. So here velocity is 0, so the layer is velocity and the layer's velocity and the layer, so we can move bottom to top, the velocities increases. Okay, the velocities increases. Here it is consist the maximum velocity. Okay, we can replace with honey, so then it is offers greater, so we can require the greater force to move equal velocity of the glass plate. So because the honey is more viscous than oil. Okay, so it is offers more frictional force, resistance force, so then the honey is more viscous than oil. So here we consider a pipe. So we consider a pipe here. Sorry, it is a pipe. So inside the pipe the fluid is moving, the fluid is flowing. So along the axis, okay, so this is axis, along the axis the velocity is more. So we are going upward direction of the pipe and downward direction of the pipe, the velocity decreases like here. So the velocity is decreases. We have taken water, oil, so anyone, so the velocity is decreases. We are going to the surface of the pipe. Inside surface of the pipe the velocity is decreases. Okay, like here. Now we are discussing about the coefficient of viscosity. The coefficient of viscosity is denoted as eta. So eta equals to shearing stress divided by strain rate. Shearing strain rate. So the ratio between shearing stress to the shearing strain rate is called the viscosity, coefficient of viscosity. The coefficient of viscosity is denoted as eta. So eta equals to shearing stress by strain rate. So first of all, what is shearing stress? Shearing stress. Stress is nothing but force for unit area. The force is offers for unit area is called the shearing stress. And so what about strain? Shear strain. Strain is nothing but the displacement delta x by, okay, delta x by here L. So the length we have taken, the length here, length is L. So delta x by L. So strain rate is nothing but shear strain rate. Shear strain rate equals to delta x by L divided by delta T. So that equals to delta x by delta T into L. Okay, delta x, from this equation delta x by delta T equals to velocity. So that equals to velocity by L. Okay, shearing strain, the shear strain rate equals to velocity by L. So then from this equation, eta equals to coefficient of viscosity, eta equals to, so that is shearing stress force by area divided by V by L. So that equals to force into L by V into A. So this is the equation for the coefficient of viscosity. So coefficient of viscosity FL by V into A. So for this coefficient of viscosity is a different, so it is also called the viscosity, simply viscosity eta equals to FL by V into A. So the SI units of viscosity is eta is, we have taken Poisson. So it is denoted as PL Poisson. So the units are, other units are kilogram meter per second or Pascal second. So this also, so Pascal second or kilogram per meter per second, or it is also taken, we have taken Poisson. PL is nothing but the Poisson. Okay, the dimensional formula here, dimensional formula for neta is m power 1 L power minus 1 T power minus 1. So this is a dimensional formula for eta, that is viscosity, m power 1 L power minus 1 T power minus 1. Okay, so the fluids are nothing but, so it is consist the liquids and also gases. Okay, so the gases have low viscosity and we have consist, the fluids are consist high viscosity. Okay, coefficient of viscosity for liquids is high, and so it is consist thin layers. Okay, thin fluids like water, alcohol, it is consist low viscosity, blood, honey, oil, like that, the fluids have the high viscosity. So some examples of coefficient of viscosity. So water at 20 degrees centigrade. So water at 20 degrees centigrade, the coefficient of viscosity is 1.0. So 1.0, so Pascal second. At 100 degrees Celsius, same water at 100 degrees Celsius, it is consist 0.3 Pascal second. Here Pascal second. So we have taken blood at 37 degrees centigrade. Blood at 37 degrees Celsius. So it is consist 2.7 Pascal second. So the blood from 0 to 37 degrees Celsius, there is no change. So that is the coefficient of viscosity is 2.7 Pascal second. So the air is consists 0.017 at 0 degree Celsius, and at 40 degree Celsius is 0.019. Okay, here you consist air at 0 degree Celsius, it is 0.017 Pascal second. At 40 degrees Celsius, so it is 0.019 Pascal second. Okay, from this water, blood, air, and also we have taken machine oil, glycerin, honey, like that. So we are discuss another topic is variation of viscosity. Variation of viscosity. Variation of viscosity of fluids with the temperature. With temperature. So from above table, so from this table, water at 20 degrees Celsius 1.0 Pascal second are Poisson. At 100 degrees Celsius it is 0.3. So when temperature is increases, the coefficient of viscosity is decrease. For air at 0 degrees Celsius 0.017, at 40 degrees Celsius 0.019 Pascal second. So when temperature is increases, here the coefficient of viscosity is increase. Okay, variation of viscosity of fluids with temperature. We can take fluids are nothing but, so here liquids and air. So we can take the viscosity of liquids decreases with temperature. Okay, the viscosity of liquids decreases with temperature is increase. With temperature is increases, because when liquids we have taken, so this is a bowl. Okay, the bowl is consist water or oil or any liquid, so we can increase the temperature. Okay, the temperature is increases, so we can boil, the temperature is increase. So when temperature is increased, what happens? The intermolecular distance between two same molecules are increased. Okay, first of all, the intermolecular distance is increased between two same molecules, and also cohesive forces are decreased here. Cohesive forces nothing but the force between two molecules, two same molecules, is called the cohesive force. The cohesive force is decreased and the intermolecular distance is increased. When intermolecular distance is increases, what happens? The layers, the relative motion between the layers, the force is a decrease. When the force is decreased, the viscous force is decreased, the viscosity is decrease. With temperature, when temperature is increases for the fluid, the viscosity is decrease. So for air, the viscosity of gases, it is increase with temperature is increases. Okay, temperature is increases, the viscosity of gases also is increase, because when temperature is increased, what happens? The momentum, so it is moves very fast. Exchange of momentum also increase. When exchange of momentum is increases, the viscosity also increase. So for the gases, the viscosity is increased with increasing temperature. The viscosity of liquids decreases with temperature is increases. When temperature is increases, the viscosity, coefficient of viscosity is decrease. So this is about the viscosity. So we can discuss next topic, Stokes law. Stokes law, when a body falls through a fluid, so we consider, so this is a fluid. The fluid is nothing but it is as a liquid or gas. So even the fluid is here. Or we consider a spherical object. So we consider here the object is spherical. Okay, when a body falls through a fluid, it drags the layer. So it drags the layer of the fluid in contact within it. So it drags certain velocity. A relative motion between the layers is set in fluid. The body experiences retarding force. Okay, the body experiences retarding force. The particular force is called the viscous force. The particular force is called the viscous force. So this viscous force is experiences. Certain examples we have taken. The one example is raindrop. Raindrop is moving in air from the cloud to the ground, and the metal bob, okay, pendulum bob is swinging in air. So these are the two examples for Stokes law. So when this object, okay, this raindrop, we consider raindrop. So when the raindrop moves downward direction, and due to the gravitational force, what happens? The velocity increases. When the velocity increases, the force, viscous force also increase. Then the viscous force is directly proportional to the velocity of the object and opposite direction. Okay, the force, viscous force, is directly proportional to the minus V, and the viscous force is directly proportional to the viscosity or coefficient of viscosity of the fluid, and the viscous force is directly proportional to the dimension. The dimension is nothing but, so it is consider a radius. We can consider a cylinder, so it is length, so like that. So it is a dimension. So we can combine F is directly proportional to the, so here V neta A, it is not taken negative sign, so it is opposite direction. So force equals to 6 pi is a constant, neta V A. So this is equation number 1. So this equation, okay, this expression F equals to viscous force of any object, viscous force F equals to 6 pi neta Va. So this expression is known as Stokes law. Stokes law is nothing but F equals to viscous force of any object, F equals to 6 pi neta Va. So we are consider here a raindrop. Okay, it is a raindrop. The raindrop is moving with velocity v due to the gravitational force. Due to the gravitational force, what happens? The gravitational force, the velocity increases and increases. The velocity increases due to the gravitational force, and the opposite direction the viscous force is offers. Okay, the viscous force is opposite direction, and also buoyancy force is also applied on raindrop. Okay, the buoyancy force is equals to the viscous force, and it is equal and opposite direction of the gravitational force. Then the raindrop is consist certain velocity. Okay, at equilibrium point, the buoyancy force plus viscous force is equals to the gravitational force on the raindrop. It consists certain velocity. That particular velocity is called the terminal velocity. So Vt is nothing but terminal velocity. At terminal velocity, okay, at this terminal velocity we are considering the net force. Net force on raindrop is 0. Net force is nothing but the force, viscous force plus buoyancy force minus gravitational force equals to 0. At this equilibrium position, the acceleration is 0. So when acceleration is 0, so acceleration is nothing but dv by dt is 0. dv by dt is 0. At this position, v is constant. Okay, so v is a constant. V is constant. That particular velocity is nothing but terminal velocity. So from this equation, f plus fb minus fg equals to 0. Here the force on raindrop, the frictional, so that is viscous force on raindrop, f equals to 6 pi neta into Va. And the buoyancy force we have taken, buoyancy force Fb equals to, so it is mass into gravitational force, so acceleration due to gravity. So mass m equals to, so what about density? Density equals to mass by volume. Okay, mass by volume. So here buoyancy force Fb equals to m into g. So mass equals to density into volume. So we have taken density of here the raindrop, density of raindrop is taken sigma. So then, so we have taken here the buoyancy force is, density is sigma, and volume is 4 by 3 pi a cube. A is the radius of raindrop into g. So it is also written as Fb equals to 4 by 3 pi a cube sigma into g. So this is equation number 2. Here sigma is density of raindrop. Okay, density of raindrop. Next we can take the gravitational force. So it is also mg. So mass equals to density into volume. The density is taken rho here, rho into 4 by 3 pi a cube into g. So Fg equals to 4 by 3 pi a cube rho into g. So this is equation number 3. So rho here density of fluid, that fluid is particular fluid is air. Okay, rho is density of fluid. So from equilibrium, F plus Fv minus Fg equals to 0. So here F plus Fb equals to Fg. So this is equation number 4. So from this equation number 1, 2, 3 are substitute in equation number 4. So what is F? 6 pi eta Va plus buoyancy force is 4 by 3 pi a cube sigma g equals to gravitational force from equation number 3, 4 by 3 pi a cube rho into g. Okay, so we can find out the terminal velocity. So 6 pi neta Va equals to V is nothing but the terminal velocity Vt, V subscription t, equals to the term is taken right side. The common is 4 by 3 pi a cube, 4 by 3 pi a cube. So we can write 4 by 3 pi a cube, here rho g minus 4 by 3 pi a cube and sigma g. So the common is 4 by 3 pi a cube, g is taken common, rho minus sigma. Okay, this is 6 pi neta Vta. So it cancelled. A is a square and pi gets cancelled, and here 2 2 2 3. So from this equation V of t equals to here 2 a square g into rho minus sigma divided by 3 3 is a 9 into eta. So this is the terminal velocity expression. Terminal velocity Vt equals to 2a square z rho minus sigma divided by 9 eta. So this is equation number 5. From this equation number 5 we can write the terminal velocity. Okay, terminal velocity of object is depends square of the dimension. Square is directly proportional to the square of dimension and inversely proportional to the coefficient of viscosity. Okay, this is about the Stokes law, and so it is terminal velocity.